Ruler's Court is keeping Siphonizer in behind horses. Ruler's Court now left to go on. Perfect Moon. Capitano still in there. Siphonizer has to find somewhere to run. Coming for home, and Perfect Moon's gone on. And Perfect Moon's in front from Capitano. Perfect Moon's going to take the best pal. Perfect Moon wins it. Capitano was second. Military Mandate third. And then a photo, Siphonizer and Ruler's Court for fourth.
And our Budweiser long shot holding on for second there, but Perfect Moon, who won the Hollywood Juvenile back on July 19th by 2.5, proves it wasn't a fluke and gets the win again here.
Yeah, over the years, the Hollywood Juvenile winner, or horses coming out of the Hollywood Juvenile, have more often than not met with great success in the race that was first called the Balboa, and now the Best Pal, Perfect Moon, no exception, coming off a 2.5 length win and showing that Hollywood Juvenile was no fluke. And as we take another look at the stretch run, you heard Trevor Denman called very astutely how David Flores, the jockey of Ruler's Court, sort of bounced Julie Crone and Siphonizer back behind horses at about the 3/16 pole, but that ultimately didn't have much to do with the outcome of the race as Perfect Moon comes charging down the middle under Pat Valenzuela to take it.
Trained by the young Studi, Mel Studi, who's just 76, getting the win with Perfect Moon in the Best Pal. We'll have the reaction when we return to Del Mar.
The road to the World Thoroughbred Championships powered by Dodge. This ESPN presentation of the Best Pal Stakes is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. By Citgo, we know you. By Budweiser, the best things in life are the things that are true. Budweiser. By Long John Silver's new buckets of crunchy shrimp.
There is Best Moon, who's now won 3 of 7 lifetime and about $183,000, ridden by Patrick Valenzuela, who actually rode the real Best Pal to victory in this race back in 1990. And P-Val now equaled Julie Crone at the top of the jockey standings here at Del Mar.
And P-Val was also the jockey, if memory serves, of a really good horse back in 1984 by the name of Snow Chief, trained by one Mel Studi, who has been such a popular trainer around Southern California for so many years. There's actually a bar named after him in the Hollywood Park Grandstand. There's a man after my own heart. This is a kind of a rags to riches story. This horse was a $4,700 purchase. But the flip side of that is that he is not a Breeders' Cup nominee. So in order to get him in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, his owners, which include Mel Studi's wife, Annabelle, would have to come up with a $90,000 supplement.
All right, let's go to the winner's circle.
All right, I've got Pat Valenzuela, who rode the horse, and, of course, Mel Studi, a $4,700 purchase, Mel. Amazing, those things sometimes work out.
Sometimes they do if you use Pat.
Pat, tell us a little bit about the race. You had him about, it looked like about 5 or 6 off the lead, and then you made your move wide on the stretch. Did you ever think like you were in trouble, or did you know you had enough horse?
Well, when I ride for Mel, I ride with confidence. The horse broke very well. He broke on the lead. I was sitting probably 2 lengths off the leaders. Around the turn, I angled to the outside. He came running through the stretch very strongly, and he finished very strong. You know, Mel's done a great job with, he gets probably the cheapest horses in the whole state of California, and it's the best with them. So I got to give him all the credit. He does a hell of a job. If he had any of those $1 million horses, I'm sure he'd win lots of Breeders' Cups.
Well, last year you came down here with Buffy the Centerfold, the filly, and won the Sorrento, and this year you do it again with another 2-year-old at 76 years of age. Mel, you haven't lost the magic.
No, and I need them, I'll tell you, at my age. The young horses are saving me.
This one in particular, what's the future for him? Where does he go next?
Well, I guess there's no future. I mean, he's a gelding, so he's going to have to run for many a year, the way it looks. He will go for the better races if he keeps going this good, yes.
Well, you caught up with Julie in that race. You're tied now for the leader. It's quite a jockey's race going on at this meet.
Well, I'm very happy for Julie. She's coming back. She's having a great meet. You know, I understand coming back myself after being here 1 3/4 and just making it to the top. And I'm just very fortunate to be here. I'm very happy for Julie, and I'm very happy to be riding today. And having owners and trainers such as Mel to help me in my career is just a blessing.
One more thing, Pat, as Perfect Moon looks like he's bred to go a distance. Did you get that sense of him? It looked like certainly the way he made up ground today and finished strongly.
I wouldn't rule out anything with the way Mel trains him, so he'll put him in the best spot.
Okay, thanks a lot. Congratulations, fellas. All right, let's go back to Jeff and Randy.
And, of course, funny side is giving geldings the world over hope to winning the Kentucky Derby.
I want to correct a couple of things real quickly. First of all, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile this year is $1.5 million, not $1 million. So the supplement would be $135,000. That new math always gets me. And it was Alex Solis, not Pat Valenzuela, that rode Snow Chief back in '84. But it sounded good anyway.
It did sound good at the time. Perfect Moon gets the win here as the best pal is in the history books. P-Val getting the win. We'll have more racing when we return to beautiful Del Mar in just a few moments. Frankie Muniz is here today trying to pick some winners. You might know him from Malcolm in the Middle or Big Fat Liar, which was a big hit in the box office, and Agent Cody Banks. And we may have to bring him in, see if he can handicap. He sure can sign autographs. I know my little boy would love to have his autograph. Well, right now the Toad is down here at Del Mar, and we're waiting for the best pal to become official. And while we wait, we're going to show you yesterday's feature on the grass. Here was the La Jolla, 1.16 on the turf, just for 3-year-olds. Bob Baffert not racing anything in the best pal, but he had Senior Swinger here.
And Senior Swinger trying to bounce back from a disappointing performance in the Virginia Derby. He was a 1-5 favorite that day in his last start and finished a poor 4th. This was the horse that won a couple of big turf races at Churchill Downs before that. So all eyes were on Senior Swinger in a 7-horse field. He was the 7-5 favorite. It was 1.1 miles on the Toit, grade 3.
Here's the call with Trevor Denman.
Where they go. Came out smoothly. Singletary immediately going off to lead them. Sweet Return is right there in second. Minister's Wildcat in the red sleeves on the inside is third. Stanley Park racing along in fourth. Devious Boy on the grandstand side, been followed by Senior Swinger, is taken towards the rear with Fairly Ransom. Past the 7/8 they go. Minister's Wildcat on the inside. Between them is Sweet Return, Singletary on the outside. Those three setting a good pace. 3 lengths back to Devious Boy in fourth, and then comes Stanley Park. Behind that is Fairly Ransom, 7 lengths off the leaders. And 3 more, we have Senior Swinger. Past the 3/4 pole they go, and Singletary now goes on. Singletary clears off 1.5 lengths in front. Minister's Wildcat content to take back second. On the outside is Sweet Return. Devious Boy is in fourth, then Stanley Park. Fairly Ransom, second last, and 8 lengths off the leaders, and 2 more to Senior Swinger. They have a half mile to go in the La Jolla, and Singletary taking them along. Singletary by a length. Minister's Wildcat second. On the outside, Sweet Return is right there in third. Then Devious Boy, Stanley Park. They're starting to move in now. Fairly Ransom still got 7 to make up, and Senior Swinger's got some running to do. They come into the top of the lane, and Singletary goes on now. Singletary opening up. Singletary goes clear by 3. On the outside, Sweet Ransom. On the extreme outside now, here comes Fairly Ransom. Senior Swinger still last. They come for home, Singletary, but here comes Fairly Ransom flying down the center of the track. Devious Boy's in with a shot too. Singletary's holding on. Singletary, Devious Boy, Fairly Ransom. Singletary holding on. Senior Swinger flies late. Singletary, Devious Boy, a flying Senior Swinger might have just touched Fairly Ransom out of third.
Well, the favorite Senior Swinger could not overtake that early speed. Singletary's a colt by Sultry Song. He's owned by Little Red Feather Racing, and P-Val and Julie Crone battling for that title. They run 1-2 here.
P-Val wins the stakes yesterday and today. P-Val, not the jockey of Snow Chief in 1984, but he did ride Sunday Silence and Arazi. Singletary, the first graded stakes winner for owner Donald Chetlos Jr.'s trainer, Donald Chetlos Jr., that is.
And Senior Swinger's stock continues to kind of fade just a little bit. By the way, it's time to sign up for the ESPN Pick 6 Challenge presented by Digiturf. You can do that at ESPN.com. Go there and just click on horse racing. Not done here at Del Mar. We'll make the best pal official when we come back.